welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in The Sims 4, we are building a home and a business for a grandmother, I assume. That's just basically who I want it to be for. So on the first floor is her home. On the second floor is her teaching shop, or I guess classroom, you could say. So she's going to be selling a few knitted items, but also teaching about knitting, I guess. And the reason why I did this is because for my ABC Legacy Challenge, I wanted my heir, he is a child at the moment, but I wanted him to have his own business by selling knitted things, but you can't knit the decorations until you're level 7. So he can't knit the penguin, he can't knit the octopus, and that is just so annoying. So yeah, I was thinking like, oh, I need to make a classroom for somewhere just so he could maybe learn about it. I think that would go faster than him just knitting all day. So yeah, and also, I mean, I probably, if I'm being honest, like when I was building this, I was like, hold on a minute, I have a knitting class in the Nordhaven, I guess you could say, community space that I built. So I could just go there and there might be a little bit better. I did forget about that, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. And yeah, I think this turned out pretty cute, pretty simple. It didn't take me that long to build. I will say I tried to, kind of make the inside a little bit old looking, I suppose. I don't know if that's right, but it is. Definitely not my style, but it's okay. I used I don't know. I forget what I used, but I will say, I used the orangish reddish wood tone. I will say the wood tones inside don't really match that well. Like some of the objects just don't really go together, but it's just like so hard to find the exact tone is the thing, so it's not perfect. Unfortunately, this is The Sims 4, so yeah, that is just the case. A lot of wood tones don't match, even if they are supposed to or should. Um, so yeah, also, um, I did use the basement treasures couch, for the living room, because I don't use basement treasures ever. I just don't think I ever used that kit really before. So I got a chance to use that couch, which I guess I liked. Um, I guess using for the first time since I never used it before. But yeah, we should be jumping inside pretty soon. I just decided to put a hanging sign instead because I think I like that much better and it's easier to see. Um, so yeah. Anyways, this is being built in Willow Creek on the 20 by 15 lot. Um, so yeah, you could probably tell. I feel like this is probably the easiest lot to make out. Cause it's base game, it's Willow Creek, pretty easy. But yeah, like even finding a door that matches this wood tone is hard. Like none of the doors that I wanted to use matches this wood tone. I think the closest one was the one that was like more modern. So I wouldn't use it in a house like this. So that just the door is a different wood color. The kitchen countertops are pretty close, so that is good. And I'm glad I used the one from Parenthood because I don't use this swatch at all because the orangish reddish wood tone is not my favorite. So I don't really use it that much. Um, so yeah. Anyways, so in here, obviously there's a bedroom and a bathroom, and then the extra room is her knitting office. So I thought that was fun. And then I stick with this more reddish coffee table, but it's not perfect. I change it later because I think I just settle on the orangish one. And I will say the floor doesn't really match the front door that well. So maybe it plays into that, but I feel like the reddish wood was a little too red. So there is a mix, okay? Like, it's just the reddish wood color is a little too red. It doesn't match the door perfectly. So yeah, it's like in between the orange, but also in between the red. So I don't know. Anyways, I'm just trying to like move the window over a little bit. And I also settle on the wallpaper from Cats and Dogs. and the bottom of it is the wrong wood tones as well. So I'm just pointing out all the different wood tones. But hopefully that's okay. It's fine. It's okay, right? It's not that big of a deal. We got curtains. They do have a big TV. I gave them a big TV. I thought, why not? The bigger the better. It's easier on their eyes if the TV is bigger. I don't know. I was trying to do a fireplace, but then I thought, you know what? They don't need one. It's a little too close to the rug. Um, so I think I use like cabinets as like a TV stand, I guess, or console, whatever you want to call it. Um, and yeah, pretty simple. I use the counter or the cabinet from base game, and they do have a little dining area in here, so that is good. And I only put one of these chairs from Growing Together in the corner, because I just wanted one extra chair. I thought that would be nice. I had a chance to use this lamp that I never used. I was gonna say, okay, well, never mind. I didn't use the base game lamp. I thought I did, but I didn't. But yeah, here's me realizing, like, the table is not good. So I just settled on the brown one. And then here's me comparing the tables to the door. Um, I think the Snowy Escape was the closest one, so we went with that one. And yeah, this grandmother, or it could just be a grandparent, whoever, they have a very small bathroom, or, well, duh, my bathrooms are always the same shape. I was trying to say bedroom. They have a very small bedroom. I think it's just a 4x4, so not that much room in there, unfortunately, but good thing they do have an office. So that way they could have like a computer set up, I guess. Um, but yeah, we should probably be moving on to the bedroom pretty soon. I'm just trying to look for something to put on this wall. It's a lot of me talking about the build because I have nothing to talk about really, if I'm being honest with you. So there is that. Um, so yeah, anyways, we're still in here, it looks like. Oh, I don't know what I put in here actually. Now that I think about it, I can't think about what I put. Hopefully that is okay. I was thinking that I would put diplomas, but I didn't. And then we're just decorating the little table. Um, so yeah, I put music, I put books, and that is pretty much it. And then we clutter up the kitchen space as well. I decided to move the plant, I believe, into the bedroom because I don't know. I just felt like maybe it was too big for the kitchen space. I also put a microwave as well and a stove hood. Yeah, so I thought that was nice. I think I get like a apple and pear painting above this space. I'm not sure honestly. And then I didn't really like where the thermostat had to go. And I also don't have a burglar alarm. So it just didn't fit. It didn't fit. If I had to fit it, it would be in a weird spot. I feel like I would probably have to get rid of one of the windows in the front, so I didn't want to do that. But now we're working on the bedroom. I use the bed that you unlock if you are in the painting career. So this one has like the sunflower swatch, which is cute. Um, and but I just used it in this red color. Because why not? Why not? And yeah. Also, I just want to say, like, I don't know. I feel like they make cute beds, which is nice. And sometimes it is very nice that they're cheap too. Because obviously you can buy a cheap bed but have beautiful comforting. But at the same time, I feel like, especially just with just base game, obviously I'm not just using base game, but even with, but like if you only had base game, I feel like all the expensive beds that have like the good energy, I just feel like they're so ugly. I just feel like they're so ugly. And the thing is, they make all these cute beds with all these beautiful, with like all the beautiful comforting, and they're cheap. They're Energy 4, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is just great. Like, I want my Sims to use this bed because it's beautiful and it fits their vibes and whatnot. But I mean, you can upgrade it, but I still believe they can still get the moodlet sometimes that the bed is like uncomfortable. So it's just like if I'm upgrading it, I feel like that moodlet shouldn't happen. That is like just pretty annoying. I feel like if I upgraded, it shouldn't be a problem anymore, right? I shouldn't have to deal with them being uncomfortable from that. But yeah, now we're working on their office space. Just putting in more windows as well. I wanted to get a window above the stove, but then I was like, "You know what? It's fine. We don't need a window. It's okay." And then I think I get like a little trellis in the spot that doesn't have a window. Um, so yeah, that is pretty much it. We're back in the office space. I gave them the cheapest computer. And yeah, right now we're just looking for a desk chair. Um, and yeah, I think at this point I'd probably turn on BB dot show hidden objects so I can get some of the knitted things. Um, yeah, it's pretty simple. I also put a chair in here so they can sit down and knit if they want to. We have a plant. They could read, they could do whatever. I am standing still at this point. Okay, we're back. Never mind. And yeah, I never used those shelves that we get or that we got from Difty Knitting, the like that is above the desk. Just because I mean, I don't know, like it doesn't fit the bigger knitted items, of course. So I feel like it's because like it fits the smaller items, but I feel like then it's like it's too tall basically because it's like there's all that space above. So I don't really use it that often, I feel. But yeah, at this point I just turned on the cheat. So we have the turtles in that little shelf. I use the cactus. I don't think the cactus slots to anything, so you always have to raise it up if you want to put it on top of something. And I think at this point we're probably moving into the classroom. Um so yeah, I put the desk or the tables, I guess, in the front, and then in the back I put two small sofas or love seats, I guess. So that way you could knit or you could do a lecture, whichever one you want to do. I also put like a small bathroom for the guest because I thought that would be nice. And behind that little corner is where I put the things that are going to be on sale. So I think that's fun. I think that's pretty nice. Um, and yeah, also this makes me want to like make a home with only nifty knitting. I think it's possible to do that, but yeah, I kind of want to because I feel like I don't use the couch in an actual living space that much. Just because, probably because it's only a two-seater. Like, I usually like having three-seaters, but I would just have to have like a small living room space. And I believe for the classrooms or the classes to work with knitting, you have to have three knitting baskets, even though you have to have the knitting baskets in your inventory. But whatever. And I assume like you going to the class works better than you teaching the class because in order to teach the class you have to like um I believe you have to teach them to knit, like you have to mentor them, but that option isn't there when the class is on. Which kind of sucks because for my Sims and Bloom challenge, she has to knit, and she's like into fabrication. So those were the two things. Well, no, actually, well, no, the skill is, it's the same thing as like candle making as well. So I wanted her to do two of those classes at least. So I had the candle maker in there, I had the knitting baskets. The knitting class didn't really work because she couldn't mentor them. So I basically had to cheat it. And then like for the fabricating class, you have to do a lecture and like that's the main thing it wants you to do is like lecture for 45 minutes. But when you're doing a fabricating class, it says lecture about rocket science, not about fabricating. So that doesn't even work. I assume it maybe works if you have the rocket science skill, but my sim doesn't, so that wouldn't work obviously. I'm hoping they would fix that. Like it can't be that hard to fix those two issues. So like it would be nice if that's in the next patch or laundry list, I guess. But yeah, the video is almost over. We're just working on the landscaping at this point. Um so yeah, it kind of sucks. I already ran the art class for my Not So Berry challenge and it went pretty well. I liked it. It was fun. It was nice. I do feel like when I open the store, at least on my home lot, it kind of takes the Sims forever to check in. I don't know if that's because like the classroom is all the way in the back, but yeah, it kind of just takes them forever to walk over there. So I have to have my Sim wait to start a classroom because you want to wait until most customers or many people are there so that way they can join the class and you get more money from that. So that's nice. And yeah. Anyways, I got some trees. So that was nice. I got some bigger trees out in the back. I believe we do terrain paint. We get a trash can. I don't know if I already got one. Maybe. We also get a mailbox. Couldn't fit a grill, obviously, but I did try. And then yeah, we put some planter pots, or yeah, in the front porch, just to decorate it a little bit. Oh, I did get a bench. Okay, for some reason I was like, oh my gosh, did I forget to put a bench right there? And also, I hate where the trash can has to be, but it was like the only spot to put it where it's not like showcased in the front. But since the video is over now, I'm gonna jump into the game and give you guys a tour. Okay, so here's the business. I didn't set it up, of course, because you're gonna have to do that yourself anyways, but over here we have some gardening pots. We have a cute little umbrella table so you can enjoy the outside, as well as having a bench as well. When you walk in, we have the living room space, pretty simple. Pretty nice. Yeah, and then here's the kitchen space. Again, pretty simple. We have a small dining area, we have a bookshelf. Over here is the thermostat, and then this is the bedroom. Pretty simple again. Very simple furnishing since it's so small. We have a dresser and a mirror. This is the bathroom. So they have a little medicine cabinet, which is nice. And yeah, and then this is the office space. So they have a little seating area. They have a cork board. They have a desk with the cheap computer. And yeah, when we go up the stairs, this is how you can enter into the business. I'm pretty sure I said it. Yeah, I did. Anyways, when you walk in, we have the couches for you to knit at. We have the knitting baskets. We have the tables. And yeah, all this good stuff. This is the third one. And then this is the bathroom. So if you're a customer, you can use that. And we have a bookshelf. We have things on sale. And yeah, I think this is nice. Beautiful. So that would be the full build. So I already uploaded it to my gallery. My gallery ID is just simsdeelicious. And I used some packs, just a few, not several, not a million, of course not. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you. You are important, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!